Well, good evening. It's Robert A. Wilson with Cowboy Wisdom. I am a hypnotherapist, dream sculptor, published author, and a radio show host. But tonight I want to talk about something that I've expanded into myself. It's called Stuck in the Muck of My Mind. And really we're stuck in the memory of the mind, because the mind is always active and we're always trying to change our mind. We're trying to do this with the mind, but really we're trying to always, when I first got into coaching and speaking and all this stuff, I was always trying to heal the past, forgive this, do this, change this. And what I really have discovered in 20 years now is the mind, if you're trying to heal the past, forgive, you're stuck in the memory of what is going on. And we really become stuck in the muck of the mind because we has always heard, what's going on in your mind? What were you thinking? What was this? Them stick with us when things go awry. And nothing ever goes awry. We just have to open up to our spry self and see this. We've been taught there's mistakes and all this, and the mistakes and all the unsavory stuff, we give more, we have more oomph in it, and we put that in our mind because we're always trying to fix what's wrong. And when you're trying to fix, you're in the mix of being mixed up. But it's really stuck in the muck of the mind, because when you can unbind the mind and listen for the inspirational intuition within yourself and allow that to emotionalize the whys within you, because it's the feelings and emotions of our inside ourselves that are going to forecast the good, and it's the thinking that's going to bring on the bad. Because we think, then we start overthinking, and then the memory of the mind comes in and tells us what we did wrong or something that happened. And we've embedded so much into that supercomputer we had within us, we forget to understand that everything happens for a specific expansion and never a contraction. We've been taught to contract and control and be in charge instead of feeling the facilitation and participation of our dreams, and daring ourselves to feel the inspirational intuition and the incredible imagination we encompass. But here's the challenge we always come up with. As soon as a challenge happens, we go into the protect mode. But we got to open up to something and go into the imagination inputs and the imagination oomph of within us. And sit back and ask yourself this question. Okay, this is going on. What is something I would never ever do in my current thinking? And what was beyond my thinking mind? And what's in my inspirational intuition and my omnific imagination? Omnificence is the most powerful creation there is. It's the most power we have, because omni is all over. It's actually universal. It's cosmic, actually. So if we can get out of the thinking mind, and yes, Debbie, that's right, we never need to be stuck in the muck, but we've taught ourselves to be stuck in the muck of the mind because we've always tried to have to know our way through everything. And we always wanted to go forward, but we never ever understood. We encompass the wisdom to expand in the now. And that is where we really have to begin. That's where we really have to open up to begin. And something I discovered, and this is going to be a chapter in the book. It's a new beginning, opulent outcomes, and a new trade beginning. We're never in an ending. We're always in a beginning of something new. And then it's a new ado. It's a new attitude, determination, and outcome. That's the ado of life. So, but when we're stuck in the muck, and that's what we've been taught to be, stuck in the muck. And I admit it was me, because we always have that envious, jealous, and all that dark stuff within us. And I had a lot of it. And I really never expanded out of it until the last 5 years. And that really opens me up to this. You know, all the anger, the frustration I think that's in the world is in me. So when I open myself to letting go of the anger, the frustration, and open up an awe-inspiring audacity, I can let go of my stuck in the muck mind. It has me binded in the thinking mind. And it's the inspirational intuition that we really want to listen to and feel and get the emotions of moving forward. It's a mojo gojo. And that's my, I know they've both been around, but a mojo gojo allows me to let go and walk through the thorns of scorn. And it's the bushes that hide. You know, it's just like anything. The secret to life is in the center. And the secret to us is in the center of us. It's our core ardor for us to soar. But when we think and we think in the world, we become involved in the world challenges. When we become inspired, we feel the fire to expand the world out of the challenges. The people of the world will lead this world to prosperity and peace. It's never going to be the politicians and the leaders. It isn't going to be corporate America or the world corporations. It's individuals. Because we've got a school system that teaches us to be inside the influence of what they want us to know and how do they want us to live. But how is it that most people have the prowess to expand beyond the thinking mind? But however, it's so new and unknown that we're afraid to go over there. It's called the terra incognita. It's a land of the unknown within us. But the incognita is everything good in you is incognito, waiting for the gojo to go out and play in the world. Because it's the wisdom of people communicating with people that will unbind the world and get us out of the banker's control that we live. And we actually do live in the banker's control because they control the school system. And I know that may sound a little bit forward, but to move your life forward, you got to ask questions that make you uncomfortable, unsavory. And some of the questions aren't about loving yourself now. It's about opening the love in you to express what it is. And I did this, and I said it on a show a couple weeks ago. I sat down and I asked myself this question: how am I scared of my abilities? How do I hate myself? And what I really did is I sat there with a pen and paper and just wrote everything that come to mind. And them questions sound terrible, but them questions cut through the crap of me thinking, and it gets right to the core of my gut gall to spill it all to allow me to move forward and actually expand myself. But the thing is you always want to, I ended with, I love me, myself, and I because. I love me, myself, and I because. The word because gives it some power within me to expand. And that allows me to let go of being stuck in the muck of my mind. A mind is a memory invoking, nullifying, delusional despair, because I taught myself despair and dysfunctional ways. Nobody else did it. I did it to myself. And when you can become accountable and responsible for the way your life is and be inspired to expand out of where you are, to expand of the opulent, far-seeing greatness within yourself, you'll open up to a new way. And the thing I've understood more than anything is using unwords. Undo this, unleash. It's free the words. Get all the not words, the don'ts, the won'ts, the can'ts, and stop using the word you in personal growth. Because you ask yourself, who's you? And that is something I've done. But the not words are the big ones, because not, you read everything but the not in it. Don't forget the keys. Well, you forget the keys. So take the not words out, especially can't and won't. I can't do this and I won't do this, because when somebody says they can't do it, you ask them to do a favor and they say they can't. Well, they really can't, because they don't want you or the person that's asking them to have a better life. So when you do that, and that's where the power of yes and no comes in. It's either a yes or it's a no. And the thing about no is when you say no, it's no. And they say, why? It's no. Because when you get off of the no, they're gonna get you over to their side. And that is the thing. And we're stuck in the way we say, when you say no, then you feel like you have to answer the why, the because, why won't this? That is the way we've been taught, and we've taught ourselves to never accept no or appreciate no, saying it or receiving it. Because no is a new opportunity, a natural optimism, but it's opening new roads of riches for people to travel upon. And when I write my writings now unpunctuated and in first person, because I really understand to get unstuck in the muck, I let go by expressing what's in me. It's called the address, confess, express, and bless. It's address it in me, I confess it to me, then I express it to the world to expand other people and appreciate the blessing that was, because at one time in my life, that was part of my life. But it's all free to leave now. And also, something I did a long time ago is I made a deal with myself. Whatever's hiding inside me that's holding me from experiencing my dreams is going to leave. It's free to leave, and I'm open and willing to address it, to allow it to leave. When you open up the allow, you avow the wow of yourself, to feel the power of yourself. And it's the brain power exciting the brain prowess from the gut gall allows you to expand through it all. And that is a big thing I really do, is I don't use the word change. I use the word expand. I expand through life, because expand is free of memory. And that is something else that I've spoke a lot about, and I never will ever stop talking about. It is about using the words expand, energize, enterprise, using words that are free of memory, free of emotional attachment and feelings. It's about using words that incite the inspirational intuition, the omnific imagination, and really unleashes that omnipotent innovator within yourself. I stopped using change, heal, create, transformation, forgiveness, and all them words, because they all have memory. And when you're starting to try to forgive somebody, that memory and them feelings are still alive. The easiest way to let somebody out of your life is say, I appreciate them for the experience. Appreciate the experiences, and that gives them value for you to feel, and allows you to have the power to let them go. Because heartbreak is nothing but trying to control people's lives. And yes, it says it's in the heart, but it's really the thinking, how you had your life planned out with them, rather than enjoying the day-to-day escapade through life. And that is something about being stuck in the muck of the mind. And when I unstick the muck, and I let go of the muck, and I clear the muck away, and I unbind the mind, I open up my divine, debonair, internal, visionary innovator, naturally expanding through life. Life is to be experienced and appreciated, never to be in control or in charge of it. Because when you're a participant and facilitating your life, how liberating do you feel? And how do you feel like you can maneuver through life rather than have to go to point A to point B? And when you really unstick and when you unbind the mind, you let go of plans and structure and you make an outline on how you want to maneuver through life, because an outline never is attached. You're never attached with an outline. Plans and structure, you're attached. You want to detach the panache to dance with the outcome. And the outcome, as soon as you write an intention goal, I write accomplished outcomes. And as soon as you dance with that, start dancing with that accomplished outcome, you start feeling it. And everything that occurs, the fear, the anger, the frustration, everything that occurs in that, when you set the goal, accomplished outcome, or intention, is specific to expand you through that outcome. And everything that happens in your day-to-day life is specific for that day and for that outcome. And when we quit trying to make decisions and feel the inspiration to expand through it, you open up a new wave of wisdom to walk through on the path of the outcome. It's about listening to the wisdom that comes from the unknown, the unseen, and the invincible, and because the world is invisible and inaudible for the world to expand. We're trying to be something inside what we've taught ourselves. So what did you teach yourself that's keeping you where you're at today? And the thing is I stopped looking for teachers. I am my teacher. I'm the student of my teachings. Everybody in the world is my tutor, and all my life experiences are my metaphors, and other people's life escapades are my tutors, are my metaphors for me to expand. If I look at the world as inspiration, innovation, imagination, with an inaudible and invisible wisdom, I allow myself to move forward. But it's really trusting the invisible and the inaudible, but it's really about trusting in here, not up here. And they say the heart can lead you wrong. If the heart's leading you wrong, you're thinking something, but it's showing you it's closing a path. You're refusing to listen to the heart and the root chakra, because when they say you feel it in the gut, well, what it's really doing is expressing to you. And this is one metaphor I like to use. When you're listening to a sports, they never say they know it. They're feeling it. And a team that feels the power of themselves always overcomes somebody that thinks they can do it. And when you start feeling the power of yourself, you're going to expand through life. And you're going to be uninhibited in many ways. And also, one other thing is quit looking for approval from others. The last Tuesdays was a Facebook Live. But how do we look for approval from others, and then when they pat us on the back, we want to do more for them? So quit looking for approval of others, because that's also something that's got you stuck in the muck of yourself. But when we can release it and expand of it, you're going to see the grandeur of yourself in the mirror, and the world is going to mirror the grandeur of you. So I am Robert A. Wilson, and I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Daryl, James, Deborah, Debbie, and all the other people that listen to this. I do 2 of these a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I don't know what next week's going to be, because these Facebook Lives are about something I'm expanding through in that moment. Because you want to let go of the past that never exists, because all the past is a memory of the now. You want to start expanding out of that memory now. And it isn't going to be the people that were in the memory. It's people that are in your life now will show you the way to let go of it, but they'll be detaching it because you're going to have the will and the power to walk through the emotions and the feelings until the childhood emotions and all the emotions and feelings of your events are addressed, blessed, confessed, and expressed. You will be right where you're at. It's being willing to see the feeling, feel the feelings, unleash the emotions to expand the mojo and the gojo within yourself. And I want to thank you. I am Robert A. Wilson. I'm a hypnotherapist, NLP practitioner, radio show host, dream sculptor, and I am an expander and inspirer of people. Thank you, and may your weekend be blessed and enjoy the summer. Thank you very much for being here.